For those who are not familiar with the book series, Maze Runner is written by James Dashner and also adapted into a film. The story revolves around a group of young people who find themselves in a mysterious maze and must find a way out while facing various challenges and dangers. It is a plot full of action, mystery, and, above all, critical decisions that the characters must make in order to survive. In this video, we will explore how the journey of the characters in Maze Runner reflects the importance of being decisive and how this connects with biblical teachings on action and faith. We will see how spiritual principles can help us face our own mazes in life and make decisions that really make a difference. Stay with us to discover how this story can illuminate our Christian walk and encourage us to act with courage and purpose. Let's start with a quick summary of the plot of Maze Runner. The story is set in a dystopian future where a group of young people wake up with no memory in a place called the Glade, a vast maze surrounded by gigantic walls. This maze is constantly changing and is inhabited by dangerous creatures called grievers. The boys, known as the Gladers, must find a way to escape and discover the truth about why they were placed there. The protagonist, Thomas, is a young man who arrives at the Glader and quickly stands out for his courage and determination. He becomes a natural leader, challenging the status quo and stepping up to the plate in critical moments. Thomas, like the other Gladers, faces crucial dilemmas that require quick and courageous decisions. Some of the most intense moments include the choice to brave the maze to find a way out, despite knowing the deadly risks, and deciding who to trust when traitors emerge. Each decision has a profound impact, not only on the character's survival, but also on the group's dynamics and progress toward freedom. These dilemmas are central to the plot and show how the ability to make quick and effective decisions can be the difference between life and death. When facing these challenges, the characters need to be resolute, courageous, and strategic, characteristics that can also be seen as reflections of principles we will find in biblical teachings about the importance of decision and leadership. The Bible teaches us that true faith is not just passive belief, but must be manifested in concrete actions. As James 2 verse 17 says, "Faith without works is dead." This passage reminds us that true faith must be expressed in actions that reflect our trust in God. Look at biblical examples that vividly illustrate this idea. Noah, for example, was given the monumental task by God to build an ark to save his family and the animals from the impending flood. Although it seemed like an absurd and daunting task, Noah acted in faith and obedience, following God's instructions. His willingness to make this crucial decision saved life on earth, demonstrating how faith-based action can have a profound and lasting impact. Another example is Abraham, who was called by God to leave his homeland and travel to an unknown land. Abraham did not hesitate to obey, trusting that God would guide and bless him along the way. His decision to follow his divine calling is a powerful testimony of faith in action, showing that a willingness to make difficult decisions can lead to great blessings and transformation. In contrast, inaction, lack of action, can have negative consequences. The parable of the talents, found in Matthew 25 verses 14 to 30, illustrates this well. The servant who hid his talent instead of using it to generate more was severely rebuked by his master. This parable highlights that inaction, even when we have God-given opportunities and abilities, can result in loss and condemnation. Inaction prevents us from growing and taking advantage of what God has provided for us, leading to consequences that could have been avoided with a proactive attitude. Just as in The Maze Runner, where the characters face a maze full of challenges and must make courageous and informed decisions to find a way out, in our spiritual lives we are also called to act with faith and wisdom. In Proverbs 3 verses 5 to 6, we are invited to trust in the Lord with all our hearts and not to lean on our own understanding. When we seek God's guidance through prayer and meditation on His Word, He promises to guide us and make our paths straight. Therefore, just as the Gladers in the maze need to act with courage and strategy to overcome obstacles and find the way out, we too must take decisive, faith-based action on our spiritual journey. Acting with courage and trusting in God's guidance can transform our challenges into opportunities and lead us to a life of fulfillment and victory. The story of Maze Runner inspires us to face our own mazes with determination and faith. knowing that God is with us every step of the way. Now that we've explored the importance of making decisions with faith, let's bring this reflection to the practical areas of our daily lives. We all face situations in which hesitation can paralyze us, from seemingly small choices to decisions that have a significant impact on our future. It could be the decision to change careers, invest in a new project, or even repair a relationship that is deteriorating. For example, imagine that you are considering changing jobs to pursue an opportunity you have long wanted, but you are afraid of the unknown and the instability that a change can bring. Or perhaps you are putting off resolving a conflict with a friend or family member, fearing the difficult conversation that could result in disagreements. These moments of hesitation can prevent us from growing and moving forward into what God has in store for us. The Bible teaches us to seek God before making decisions. In Proverbs 3 verses 5 to 6, we find essential guidance. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will make your paths straight. This verse reminds us that by trusting God and seeking His direction, we can be assured that He will guide our steps and help us make decisions that are in line with His plan for our lives. So don't let hesitation keep you from taking important action. If you are facing a decision that needs to be made, it is essential to take it to prayer, ask God for clarity, and trust that He will guide you. Don't put off making important decisions out of fear or insecurity. Remember that acting with courage and faith can open doors and create opportunities that you may not have imagined. I encourage you to face your challenges and make decisions with confidence, knowing that God is by your side. Trust Him to direct your steps and take courageous action. Just as we saw in Maze Runner, where courage and determination were essential to overcome the maze. In our lives, we also need to be proactive and determined. Believe that God is preparing the way and be willing to take the first step with faith.